Hello again, friends. This is Story Time with Miss B. We are sporting our green again today for St. Patrick's Day week. I have my friend here, Clifford, with me today, and he's also wearing his green. Today, I will be reading Happy St. Patrick's Day, Clifford. It's a scholastic book. Got Emily, Elizabeth, and Clifford there on the front with a band in the back. I know, a lot of my friends like it when I bring in my little book buddy, so I invited Clifford here today. I think he's pretty excited to be here, especially considering we're reading about him. It was St. Patrick's Day. Emily, Elizabeth, and Clifford were on their way to the big parade. "You're my favorite big red dog," said Emily Elizabeth, "but you need something green. It will bring you luck." What did she put on his head? See that hat? That's what my little Clifford's wearing, is a hat. It was a chilly and very windy day. Suddenly, a big gust of wind blew by. Oh no. Do you see where his hat went? I don't even think he noticed. Do you? Let's find out. When Emily and Elizabeth and Clifford got to the parade, there were people everywhere. There were fancy floats, Irish dancers, and people playing bagpipes and fiddles. Everything and everyone was so green, green, green. We talked about some of these instruments in music and movement, didn't we? We have the bagpipes and the fiddles in the back, or the violins. And then that's the Irish flag we talked about. Suddenly, Clifford felt someone pinch him. Ouch! "Sorry, big guy," said Cleo. "I had to do it. You're not wearing any green." "But I was wearing a leprechaun hat," said Clifford. "I wonder what happened to it." "Maybe a leprechaun stole it for himself," T-Bone laughed. "They can be very sneaky." "Clifford," Emily Elizabeth called. "Come on, the parade is about to begin." Just then the wind blew again. It tickled Clifford's nose. Achoo! No, what happened with the band? "Sorry," Emily Elizabeth told the marchers. Clifford felt terrible. He moved back. What is he backing into? Under the banner and right into the dancers. Woof! Oh no. Poor Clifford. He's not having a very happy St. Patrick's Day, is he? "Bad luck, buddy," T-Bone said. "That's it," called Cleo. "Quick! Find something green!" Oh, look at his friends helping him out. Gonna make him feel better. He looks so sad. The three dogs looked around. "Clover," said T-Bone. "Maybe we can find a 4-leaf clover." Cleo wagged her tail. "That's lucky and green." How do you think Clifford's still feeling? Look at his face. "I don't think that a clover is a very good idea," said Clifford. "I think I'm allergic." Clifford sneezed again. Oh no. Clifford hung his big red head. "I've had enough bad luck for one day," he said. "I better go home." "Clifford," called Emily Elizabeth. "The St. Patrick's Day float broke down and we need your help." Clifford stopped. He wanted to help, but what if something went wrong? Do you think he's going to be able to help? We'll find out. "Oh, and I almost forgot. Look what Jetta found." Emily Elizabeth handed Clifford his leprechaun hat. "You'll look great wearing it in the parade." "Something green!" Clifford ran to the float to help. "Good luck," his friends called. Oh, how do you think Clifford feels now? Look at his face. How did it change? I think he feels a lot better. Clifford led the parade down Main Street. Behind him were the marchers, the flags, the dancers doing their jig, bagpipes and fiddles. It was great. But then another big gust of wind blew down the street. Off Clifford's green hat. Clifford stopped and looked around. He couldn't see it anywhere. All he could see were his friends, Cleo, T-Bone, Charlie, Jetta, Sheriff Lewis, and the Bleakmans, Dr. Den, and of course, Emily Elizabeth. They were all smiling and waving. "You're doing great," called Emily Elizabeth. "Looking good, big guy," Chloe barked. Clifford wagged his tail. He had great friends. He might be big and red without a bit of green, but he was still the luckiest dog around. Now, if you want to think about it, here are some questions you can think about for the book. It says, circle the right answer. You can just think about it. What was Clifford allergic to? A, food, B, balloons, or C, a clover? I'll give you a minute to think about it. It was C, a clover. Did you remember that? Remember he let out that big sneeze when T-Bone and Chloe gave it to him? 2. Who found Clifford's hat? A, T-Bone, B, Jetta, or C, Charlie? It was B, Jetta. Did you remember Emily Elizabeth brought him the hat? Now here's some things that you can also talk about. Which happened first? Which happened next? Which happened last? Right, think about 1, 2, or 3 in the space, and then write each sentence. You can write it on a piece of paper with your parents or your adult if you would like, and go over it later. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed the book. I look forward to reading to you again tomorrow. Bye.